I'd like us to just take a moment, and as we find ourselves in our chair, just kind of wiggle around and get comfortable and think, maybe just close your eyes and think about the word pause. We are in a collective and a global pause right now, as well as a personal pause. And we don't often give ourselves permission for a pause on purpose. We haven't had much choice in this pause, but I think it's important to allow ourselves time to pause. And when our lives get back to more of what we considered more freedoms and more normalcy, I hope we'll continue to give ourselves permission to pause. We've been taught in a society that when we think about ourselves, it has a reflection of selfishness. When I had those thoughts of guilt, when we're not doing, we feel unproductive, and a mentor of mine reached for a book right behind the shelf and said, turned right to a page, and it just said, it's not about me first, it's about me too. So please know that you matter, and that it is okay to take pause for yourself. So let's just start where we are, right at this moment. And anytime you're focusing on your breath, which is all we need to do right now, is notice the breath. It brings you into the present moment. And the present moment is all there ever is. So just notice your breath. Settle in. Follow your breath. Calm the mind. Everything you need to do will still be there in 10 or 15 minutes while we take this pause. Feel your feet connected to the floor if you're sitting in a chair. And just kind of in your mind outline your feet and feel them connected to the floor. And sitting in your chair with a nice tall spine, that allows the breath to flow more freely up through your body. If we don't have proper posture for the breath, if we're bent over in any way, then the breath gets stuck, kind of like a straw, one of those bendy, flexible straws. It has to work harder to flow in and flow out. So just a nice tall spine. No effort, we're just noticing. And we're asking, can we just allow it? Pausing with purpose. So let's even practice a breathing technique that would take on the visual shape of a square. So we'll inhale for the count of 4. Take a breath in, 3 and 4. Pause and hold that breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold. Exhale. Pause and hold. And just relax. And know that that square breath is another offering to calm your mind and just get you more centered. We'll move on to our neck. Let's just take our ear to a shoulder. Just any shoulder. Just stretch that neck. And if you notice any tension, close your eyes and direct your breath right to that part that needs a little bit more space and a little bit of softness. Bring your head back to center and let's take it to the other shoulder. Just continuing to follow your breath. And bring your head back to center. We'll move into a shrug breath where we inhale and bring our shoulders up to our ears, and exhale and allow them to fall. We'll inhale, bring our shoulders up. This time though, let's squeeze the fists, flex the biceps, crunch your face even. Feel all that tension. Exhale, release the fingers and let the shoulders relax. Inhale and shrug, tense everything up. Exhale and release. And when your palms return to your thighs, just notice the difference between tension and relaxation. It doesn't take much to notice in the body, which feels so much better. And shrug breath is a really good one to just release a little bit of tension. Bring your shoulders up and release them. We'll bring our palms to the top of our thighs and just do a seated cat-cow. Our spine just loves this. So inhale and stretch forward, spreading your collarbone and shoulders. Exhale, tuck your chin slightly and round. And with your breath, inhaling and exhaling and rounding, just move that spine a few more times in a seated cat-cow. The spine truly benefits from doing this. And when you come back to center, just kind of rotate your torso around one direction a few times and reverse that motion. And coming back to center, we'll inhale, both arms up nice and tall. We'll grab onto one of our wrists and we'll kind of pull up and lengthen that side of the body before we lean to one side. And just feel the length and the stretch in the side body, space in the ribs. On the next inhale, we'll come back up to center. Reach for the other wrist and lengthen it first, and then we'll stretch to the other side. And we'll inhale and come back to center. We'll lower our arms down, but we'll interlace our fingers and we'll place them behind our neck. And placing our thumbs kind of in that medulla place of the back of our brain, top of our spinal column, opening up our elbows nice and wide, supporting our head with our thumbs. We're going to open wide, breathing in. We'll pause here for just a second. We'll come back up to a center position with our head and use our thumbs to give ourselves a little massage in the base of the head, base of the skull. Maybe 3 rotations in one direction, 3 in another. This is our pause. Then bring the elbows forward, tuck the chin slightly and bend your head down. Inhale, open wide with the elbows. Glance up just slightly. Return head to neutral. Pause and massage the base of your skull. One direction, the other direction. Bring the elbows forward and tuck the chin. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, spread wide. Head to center, massage, pause. And elbows in and fold your chin down. Very good. Bringing your head back to center and arms down to your thighs. We're going to sit a little bit forward on our chair so that we can open our knees wide, pointing your feet out to 45. Hands will rest on your knees. You'll use them to open up your knees while one shoulder comes forward. That's your exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Press with the other knee and rotate that shoulder forward. You can even do it if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor. Just keep your hands on your knees and roll that shoulder forward. both sides. We'll do that one more time, each side. Very good. Coming back to center, let's take one leg, cross the ankle over the top of the knee. I chose my left ankle on my right knee. Sitting up tall with the spine, we'll place both palms on the top of the knee and press down on that knee and lean slightly forward with a straight spine. This really helps open up that hip. It needs a little bit of breath and pause given to it. We need to offer it to it, create it. And just notice again, like you did when we stretched our neck, if you need to direct any breath there, to soften it, to nurture it. When we release that, grab onto your knee, bring it in close to your chest, and rotate the knee a few rotations one direction, and we'll change the direction. Hug it in one more time and release it to the floor. Then cross the other ankle over the other knee. Tall spine, press down gently, but notice what you're feeling in that hip. And do close your eyes and just connect with that part of your body as though you're checking in with just it and only it and asking what it needs and offering whatever you can. Releasing that and bringing the knee into the chest, hugging it close. We'll give a few hip circles in one direction and the other direction. And we'll place both feet back on the floor. Very good. Settle into your chair now. If you need to sit back, feel supported though. Tall spine. We're going to take our palms together. We're going to rub them together really fast. So what we're doing is we're creating heat with our own energy, our own source of heat. So rub, 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 nice and fast, lots of friction. And before I ask you to separate them, so you can slow it down a little bit, but don't separate them quite yet. You'll probably notice already that your palms feel a little warmer. And when we come to a stop and we open them now about an inch, take note of that energy you just created and offer it to your eyes. Take your palms up to your eyes and let them just sit there. And let your eyes receive the warmth and the energy you just created for them. Giving them a break and a rest from the computers and the light from our cell phones, TVs, computers, all electronics. Breathing in, remember to thank your eyes for all they mean, all they do for you, all they will continue to do for you. And I invite you to stay there or just keep your eyes closed and return your palms to your lap or anywhere that's comfortable for you. And I'd like to offer you a quote by Tara Brach. Through the sacred art of pausing, we develop the capacity to stop hiding, to stop running away from our experiences. We begin to trust our natural intelligence and our natural wise heart and our capacity to be open to whatever arises. Taking a big breath in, opening your eyes, finding yourself back in the space that you'll spend some time with this morning. And remembering that pause is available to you. You can create it and honor yourself with it at any time. Let's bring our palms to heart center. It has been an honor to be with you this morning. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Namaste.